Unthinkable tragedy has struck TLC. Heartbreak. 3 members of a beloved reality TV family, including a young child, are dead following a horrendous car crash, instantly turning their public joy into private agony. We're breaking down the full, devastating details of the accident, the final words shared by the surviving family, and the immediate shutdown of their show's production. This is the tragic day the cameras stopped rolling and reality became too painful to bear. Get ready, because this heartbreaking news has completely shaken Bachelor Nation. The devastating news that 3 beloved members of a prominent TLC reality family have tragically died in a horrendous car crash has sent a seismic wave of shock and grief throughout the entertainment world and the dedicated community of viewers who welcomed them into their homes weekly. This unthinkable tragedy, which unfolded swiftly and with brutal finality, has instantaneously silenced the cheerful narrative that defines their public life, replacing it with a profound and heartbreaking silence. For a family whose every milestone, from births to baptisms, birthdays to backyard gatherings, has been shared under the bright, unrelenting lights of reality television, this sudden, catastrophic loss is a stark and cruel reminder of life's fragility, striking a deeply personal chord with millions of fans who feel as if they have lost extended members of their own family. The tragedy didn't just claim lives, it tore a gaping, visible hole in a tapestry woven of faith, togetherness, and constant, documented activity. The car crash itself, the details of which are still emerging through police reports and devastated family statements, reportedly occurred late on a clear, dark evening on a rural highway known for its deceptively sharp curves. Initial law enforcement reports suggest the accident was a horrific, high-impact collision involving the family's vehicle and a commercial truck. The insider information filtering out from local authorities paints a gruesome picture of the scene, highlighting the sheer force of the impact that tragically offered no chance of survival for those involved. The victims, whose identities were confirmed through a heartbreaking official statement released by the family's representative early this morning, included 2 adults and 1 minor child, names that immediately conjure images of the smiling, wholesome individuals viewers have watched grow up and build their lives under the scrutiny of the camera. The names, once symbols of familial joy and resilience, are now irrevocably etched into the public consciousness as victims of a cruel twist of fate. The news broke initially not through an official press release, but through the frantic, anguished activity of family members on social media, whose cryptic posts and calls for urgent prayer immediately alerted the community to an unspeakable catastrophe. This social media frenzy quickly morphed into a torrent of anxious speculation and eventually, confirmation, turning online platforms into an immense digital wake. The speed and public nature of the tragedy amplified the collective heartbreak, demonstrating the unique intimacy modern audiences share with reality stars. The grieving process, usually intensely private, is now playing out in real time, forcing the surviving family members to navigate the deepest sorrow under the harsh glare of instant, global visibility. The core paradox of their celebrity, the very thing that brought them fame, now exposes their darkest moment to the world. For the production team at TLC, the news has reportedly caused an immediate shutdown in all current filming and future production meetings. Sources indicate that the network, deeply invested in the personal well-being of its talent, is in a state of shock, scrambling to provide counseling and support to the surviving family members who now face an unimaginable future without their loved ones. The long-term implications for the show itself are secondary, but unavoidable. The insider confirms that the show's future is deeply uncertain, with many arguing that the light and energy that powered their narrative have been catastrophically dimmed. The viewers, however, are focused purely on the human cost. The loss of the child, in particular, has evoked a powerful, protective sadness, as fans recall watching that young life take its first steps, speak its first words, and blossom into a charming screen presence. The collective grief is compounded by the knowledge that this young life, which existed so openly on camera, was suddenly and unjustly extinguished. The focus now shifts to the surviving family members, who must somehow find the strength to bury the dead while simultaneously managing a monumental public response. Their faith, which has always been the bedrock of their lives and a central theme of their show, will be tested in the most extreme way possible. The outpouring of sympathy from other reality television families and celebrities has been vast, with countless public figures using their platforms to offer prayers and condolences, underscoring the solidarity within the often competitive world of reality television. Yet, No amount of public sympathy can truly penetrate the isolating depth of their pain. The tragedy serves as a brutal counter-narrative to the carefully curated reality show format. It reminds the audience that behind the perfectly planned dinner parties, the sweetly scripted lessons, and the inevitable on-screen squabbles, there is a fundamental human vulnerability that neither fame nor faith can entirely shield. The devastating loss of these three lives is a searing, unforgettable chapter in the family's story, transforming their reality show from a testament to family growth into a heartbreaking memorial to lives tragically cut short. The entertainment world grieves not just for the loss of a prominent television family, but for the shattering realization that the cameras can stop rolling, but life's deepest, most unbearable tragedies continue with brutal indifference. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Talent Zone Updates YouTube channel for more update news.